the tap got turned on.
Yes.
And then it was a gusher. We are back, episode 4 of Farming for Love, and the first farewells are under the farmers' belts because we love a good alliteration here. And we're gonna now turn up the heat with all of the daters. How better to do that than with a good old-fashioned barn dance?
We have a lot to dig into.
Before we get to that, the daters, they are recovering now from what we see are the first send-offs of the season, which are always really, really emotional moments. And Farmer Josh's daters, they are shook.
Oh, yeah.
Haley decides to extract herself from the situation early. And now that she's gone, a lot of the daters are saying, well, what about my connection with Josh?
Josh is so good at making you feel special one moment and then kind of making you feel forgotten the next.
I'm so tempted to just say that that's her projecting because Jessie has these insecurities, but Kennedy felt the same way.
Let's talk about Misha. And Quinn and Rachel, boy, oh boy, if you could cut the tension with a knife at that breakfast.
We're so similar and so different.
Yeah.
They're circling the carcass.
Yes.
I don't know how else to describe it.
We're oil and water, and we're different people.
Everything with these two is right on their sleeve, and I think it's so funny. I mean, it's tense, but I kind of loved just sitting in it.
Then there's Kirkland. Okay, Shaden gets sent home. The other daters, it's a big nothing burger.
Quite unfazed. Yeah, they're like, Shaden who?
Less distractions, more connections.
Let's discuss Erin now because Erin wastes zero time and she decides she's gonna put these guys to work
Right
on the
away.
farm.
We are going to bring the calf and its mom up into our fresh cow pen.
Those are wily little creatures. They're gonna go here, they're gonna go there. And you have to work together as a team. It's like putting together IKEA furniture. It's gonna make you or it's gonna break you. Can we just have a moment for the baby calf? Because first of all, like anytime there's new life,
Yes.
we should celebrate.
Yes.
And I don't know how you time that for a TV show.
Good
You're like, you
point.
know what, Mama Cow, just hold it. We're gonna roll a couple days.
And she's like,
This is the highlight of my life right now. I just had to do this.
It is time to get ready for the barn dance. You have never seen anybody more jacked up and getting dressed than all of these daters. I was excited for
oh,
them.
I was so excited for the looks.
Only one person wasn't excited though,
Right.
and that was Farmer Misha. What's the dealio with him?
We all excited about this barn dance? Get some.
You know what? It's fair enough to not be a party guy and you don't like big crowds and parties and dancing, but if you can't turn it on once in a while for one night here or there, that's a problem. Come on.
Where's my honeybees?
Can I bring a box of my bees to the dance?
What we love about a barn dance is that all the daters actually get together. This is where the unraveling begins.
Obviously, Kirkland and I have kissed a few times. They don't need to know.
Why do you think that Greg is keeping it mum right now, that he actually did kiss Kirkland like a lot?
Right. You know what I think? My theory is that Greg is so, bless him, possessive. If he releases that information, it's no longer like his as much. And I think he wants to own it secretly. I think that the secret is the possession.
I'm shocked that he's hiding it. Like, why hide that? Because your eyes have told all of us. So let's move over to the farmers. We get to see who's kissing, who's telling, who's not kissing, and telling that they're not kissing. That's Misha. Farmer Misha is like, oh my God, you're all making out.
I'm not like a first date kind of guy.
Hasn't kissed anyone yet?
Oh.
No one is getting any action up in our farm.
And then there's that quip where we see the kind of dater that Farmer Josh is and the dater that Farmer Misha is. I feel like we need to roll that clip.
Yes.
I don't want to make out with somebody just to see what it's like to make out with them.
We're different people.
What does it mean to make out with them?
We
Like,
know, Josh.
You can tell a lot from a kiss, but then what Misha's doing is, as he would put it, data collecting about their emotional compatibility, their mental compatibility. So through all this cerebral conversation, Misha has come to know a lot about his daters. But then through Josh's makeout marathon, he's come to know a lot about his daters, you know? It's two sides of the coin.
As always, Sabrina shows up, and when that happens, everyone's like,
Oh yeah.
what's gonna happen?
Welcome, everybody.
One of the twists is announced in the episode that at the end of the night, the farmer gets to pick one dater to go on a one-on-one romantic date with. And just to remind everyone what love could look like at the end of this whole journey, guess who comes back?
Yes!
Doug and Megan.
It's true what they say about milk, it will make you taller.
Farmer Doug and Megan are together still. Sounds like going strong.
I know, and they look amazing, they look strong, and I'm sorry, but their height is shocking.
It ain't a barn party unless you have some line dancing.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And we start to see everyone's moves. And of course there's that, you know, is this a euphemism for how you'd be?
Give me a beer!
But the real heat, friends, yes, it was happening off of the dance floor. So Kale now starts to whip up this discussion about people are hiding things.
Some names were thrown around about what's gone down.
You have like however little time with him at this barn dance. There's so much going on. There's so many people vying for his time, and you're using your time on the back of this truck to do this. Like, we know in Farming for Love, that is not what the back of a pickup truck is for.
Well, it really does seem, though, in all this drama that Kirkland is not having it. I don't think he's a dramatic guy. He's not into what's happening right now.
You got such limited time with each of them. Like, I don't want to talk about those guys when I'm with Kale.
But in the end of it all, he ends up still making out with Kale. So, I mean, I guess he can't be that mad.
Nothing can stop this guy from getting his kisses. Mwah, shut up.
So finally, William and Aaron have some much awaited one-on-one time together. And it was Will who really showed, like, I'm gonna take some initiative here. I'm gonna be assertive. He dives in for the kiss with Aaron, which really took me a little bit by surprise.
Yes.
Been waiting to do this for a long time.
I think that he was in his head about wanting to get it done, and he leaned in fast, and he was kind of like really up in her space, and like the back of his head was like going pretty quick, and I'm just like, whoa, 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 wait, yeah. We got some time here, easy.
Rachel's taking the reins on the dance floor, and she decides, you know what, she's gonna go in for that first kiss right there in public, in front of everybody.
It's bold, and I like it.
It was a power move in the same way that Quinn's tour was a power move.
Let's just say that after that kiss, it just never stopped.
Oh, yeah.
The tap got turned on.
Yes.
And then it was a gusher for the rest of time. Issa has no problem spilling the tea all about the Greg, Kale, did he kiss, did he not kiss drama.
Yes.
How you doing?
Better know.
Yeah. Aw.
And there was this interesting position that he had on the hay bale while he was talking to Kirkland.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm Issa talking to Kale.
Yes, I know. And he's wrapped in the blanket. He looked like a newborn baby. He looked like a sentient, gossiping, newborn baby.
And he's the only person that said no. So that's where the other guys felt like he was lying.
Oh.
Issa's been the one going on and on about he doesn't get enough one-on-one time, and then he squanders it talking about the other guys. Like, why don't you talk about yourself and ask Kirkland about himself? Like, this is what you've been wanting. Use it.
Let's talk about Sam and Josh. Sam has really been struggling. No alone time. We know she already came late because she was sick. No alone time. No one-on-one dates. And she went in thinking, this is it. This is my moment. I have alone time with Josh. And if we roll this clip, you will see the body language, which she's basically saying, please kiss me and kiss me on the mouth hard.
My body language was telling him, kiss me.
We only have so much time, but hopefully we can make use of it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Consolation hug. Kind of sad, kind of reaffirming what's going on in her head.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everything is off to the races at the barn party until foot on the brakes.
Oh my God.
Erin has a heart-to-heart with Tyrion, and she's really honest and says she does not have a connection with him, and he ends up leaving the show to go home.
I think over the last couple days, maybe I could sense like a growing disconnect.
Well, it's not even a disconnect. It's just maybe a different kind of connection.
Are you, Jackie?
You know how I feel.
Are you okay?
I am recovering, but Melissa, you know my heart broke in two.
I do think that it's more of a friendship connection.
He checks all those boxes for her lifestyle, but maybe, like you said, that just doesn't get her engine going.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
I will say the positive thing about this, it was textbook breakup. She cuts him loose with the truth. He appreciated that.
Yes, he did.
And then you know what really touched me? The support from the other daters.
Here, man. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
But then can I say, can we get Tyrion a ride home? From what I saw, he just kind of walked into the darkness. I'm like, tell me he is not hoofing it back to the Maritimes.
The farmers have now chosen for their one-on-one dates. And Farmer Erin, not for the first time, but for time number 2, she is honing in on Jared for the date.
But you know what? Not shocking, because their kiss on the back of that truck or wherever their little date was, that was a kiss.
Textbook.
I thought that she would make these like fair rounds and give everybody their fair shake in turn. But then she said it. She said, I know how this looks, but I'm starting to make decisions for me. And, you know, I'm number 1. Yes, girl.
Yes.
Try not to worry quite so much about everyone else's feelings.
Farmer Misha decides to pick Haley.
Great, thanks.
And Quinn has something to say about it in the form of,
Yeah.
Josh chooses Kennedy for his romantic date.
There is a connection there. There could be a future.
Finally, Kirkland and Greg are reunited. And Greg doesn't hide any of that joy.
I've been waiting for this time, and I think I've been really patient, so I'm just really happy to finally get this time with him.
Crisis averted.
Phew. On the next episode, some surprises, perhaps even some unexpected guests. If you'd like to keep on top of all of the drama on Farming for Love, get us online on our social media platforms at Farming for Love CTV. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of After Harvest. Don't forget the next episode of Farming for Love, Wednesday night. Don't miss it.